on it now because as a council, it came to me that I should check their constitution. I came across this provision. It seems very relevant to bring to the notice.
Did you check the constitution of any other
I've
parties?
already answered no. I said emphatically no, I did not, madam. Let me please finish my sentence. So I, as a lawyer, asked for it. I came across it. I considered it relevant to bring it to the notice of this court. I considered it pertinent.
All right,
as a counsel,
that.
let me finish.
एक second ना, you want me to make a document. Please listen to me. You want me.
Ladyship, I'm not being allowed to answer my question.
You are. I am paying attention. Let me just say, if you want me to look at this document and read this document, I want to know कि और सबके देखे हैं कि मैं बस एक की selective देख रही हूँ और बाकी ignore कर रही हूँ.
मैंने नहीं देखे.
तो फिर मैं ये क्यों देख रही हूँ?
ना देखें आप.
तो फिर आप इस पे इतना जोर क्यों लगा रहे हैं?
The notice of the entire bench.
क्यों लाए हैं notice पे without doing the complete work?
Leadership, sir, I want to make a statement.
Let me come to your rescue, Learned Counsel. It did make effect on me when I read this.
Yes.
So you've made your point. Please move on. Please move on to your next submission.
I don't know relevance or irrelevance. Probably on the irrelevant part is that you should chano in every memorandum and see if it conforms to Pakistan's constitution. Okay. The other thing is a person is now claiming a right. Two rights they are claiming. One are seats for women. Suppose a political party says no women allowed in a political party. In my opinion, that would become a relevant fact.
Yes.
People may disagree.
Yes.
Another party may say, fine, very good, we only want Christians, we only want Muslims, we want... But then you can't claim, in my opinion, another seat because you are in violation of your constitution, because that will be a contradiction in terms. To that extent, I would definitely, and you know, when we talk about inclusivity, this is very, very, very important. And problems of Pakistan is when we forget what the constitution says, what this country means, what this flag means. Is it all irrelevant to just focus on something? We have to push. I mean, if we are going with a larger thing, then this is even larger than the larger thing.
We appreciate your
अब आगे बढ़ें.
आप आगे बढ़ें. आप अपने submissions करें.
My lord, now I come to formulation number 1, and very, very quickly, I'll be quick. May I read 51, and I will read section 51 without saying anything, and section 104, and then I will give my section. I'll read article 51, my lord,
Article 50.
and then I will read section 104, and then I'll substantiate my formulation number 1. मानो मैंने अभी तक बिल्कुल नहीं पढ़ा है. मैंने एक दफा भी नहीं पढ़ा सर. Sir, since it is common ground that the constitutional provisions regulating allocation of reserve seats to women and non-Muslims, the same process, constitutional scheme and principles will apply. I am going to, since it's all been read many times, I seek my Lord's leave to just read 51DE. I'm going to read 51DE and section 104, and then I'll make my submissions. And I can read any other provision, of course, that my Lords wish.
आप E नहीं पढ़ेंगे. You don't want to read E.
I want to read, sir, E first.
पढ़िए.
G. Because there's a point I want to make. Members to the seats reserved for non-Muslims shall be elected in accordance with law through proportional representation system of political parties' lists of candidates on the basis of total number of general seats, 1, by each political party in the National Assembly. This is the principal clause, and it's followed by a proviso. Provided that for the purpose of this paragraph, the total number of general seats won by a political party shall include the independent returned candidate or candidates who may duly join such political party within 3 days of the publication in the official gazette of the names of the returned candidates. Now, my lord, I will read section 104 and I'll make cumulative submissions on both. Section 104 of the Elections Act now, my lord, with my lord's leave. I'm going to read the whole section, my lord, all 7 subsections. 8. For the purpose, is it before all, my lord? For the purpose of election to seats reserved for women and non-Muslims in an assembly, comma, the political parties contesting election for such seats shall, within the period fixed by the Commission for submission of nomination papers, file separate lists of their candidates in order of priority for seats reserved for women and non-Muslims with the Commission, or as it may direct with the Provincial Election Commissioner or other authorized officer of the Commission, who shall forthwith cause such lists to be published for the information of the public. Provided that the list submitted by a political party shall not be subject to change or alteration either in the order of priority or through addition of new names in the list or omission of any name after expiry of the date of the submission of nomination papers. 2. The party's list referred to in subsection 1 may contain as many names of additional candidates as a political party may deem necessary for contesting general seats reserved for women and non-Muslims, to provide for any disqualification of candidates during scrutiny of nomination papers or for filling of any vacant seats during the term of an assembly. 3. A candidate to a seat reserved for women or non-Muslims shall file the nomination papers on the form on or before the last date fixed for filing nomination papers for the election, and the nomination papers shall, as nearly as possible, be scrutinized in the same manner as nomination papers of candidates on general seats are scrutinized under section 62. 4. If at any time the party list is exhausted, the political party may submit a name for any vacancy for which may occur thereafter, and the provisions of subsections 1, 2, and 3 shall, as nearly as possible, apply to fill such vacancy. 5. Where a seat reserved for women or non-Muslims in an assembly falls vacant as a result of death, resignation, or disqualification of a member, it shall be filled in by the next person in order of precedence from the party's list of candidates submitted to the Commission under subsection 1. 7. A candidate contesting election on a seat reserved for